presentation. I haven't had the means or the ability to delve into this. I've just been dealing with gut reactions, so some of my questions may seem a little unsophisticated. But right out the gate, I got sick when I saw these so-called left groups supporting this Free Syrian Army and Libya, left groups supporting the United States government in Libya. So right there, I know, so all right, well, something's wrong. Let me get away from that, because I know what that is, all right? Now, but you know, I mean, I know you don't trust your main enemy, your most bitter enemy, the people who got their foot on your damn throat. I mean, my mind just doesn't work that way. I can't understand it. But I notice a program that I do watch a lot. It's called Democracy Now! Now look, you got to deal with this, because I think they mean well. They're not the enemy, but they're confused liberals. Now come on. So what's going on here? They seem to think or give some credence to this so-called Syrian revolution. Take a minute and try to help me out with that a little bit, because I know they're wrong. I got a couple more for you. I'll say it again. They're not the enemy. You know, she does a lot of good work too. But I think on the Syria thing, she's out to lunch. And I'm wondering, how did it happen? What this Syrian revolution crap, where did it come from? Now, the other thing is this, you know, what this is leading to, what I see is the political disorientation of the American left and the disintegration of the American left. When you wind up in your boss's lap, you're done. You're through. No, I'm serious. This is not good. And this is at a time when imperialism is on one knee. It's time to start kicking them in the head. That's right. But we can't seem to get it, you know. So this is yet another case where the disorientation of the left is preventing us from going on a political offensive against our enemies. And I don't know, just what your thoughts on that. Lastly, now you talk about the non-sectarianism of the people, and I believe you. I think that is a normal human development. But you got to tell me about the Kurds. What do you think? Because they've had these anarchists running around here talking about the Kurds and created a little heaven and all of this and that. And I just I went to the thing, I listened, and I just shook my head and walked away. But if you know about this, you know what I'm talking about, and the problem with these Kurds, it looked like they're being kind of used by the United States, to be perfectly honest. Excuse me? Yeah. I'm not trying to put them down. I feel bad for them. You know, everybody's dogging them, so, you know. And then, you know, so what is the source of this confusion? I'm going to leave it at that. But I know that was a lot, but I'm real, you know, I need that.
Thank you. No, thanks for all those points. And there are a few people in line, so I will address some of them shorter. I'm not a Kurds expert. All I can say is my feeling is that they are being used. The whole autonomy project in Syria includes an area that is not strictly Kurdish, but other faiths or other backgrounds. So I don't think that there may be good Kurds, you know, in the struggle against terrorism. I'm not an expert. I can't really comment much more on that. Democracy Now! I disagree with you in that I don't think it's accidental. And I might disagree with my colleagues as well. I firmly believe that they are investigative journalists and they know damn well what's going on, and they, for whatever reason, have chosen to misreport. And I will say this, there have been many people who've written into Democracy Now! To say, please, please, please have Vanessa Beeley on. Vanessa Beeley's deeply investigated the White Helmets for a year and a half, and Democracy Now! Got the message but refused to have her on. I don't know why. They also asked for me to be on, that's fine. If they don't want me on, that's fine. I don't care about that, but they were wrong on Libya, they misreported on Libya, and they're still misreporting on Syria. This is 2016, yeah? Not 2011, not 2012. So what are they doing still reporting civil war and revolution? It's clear it's not. They're investigative journalists. I believe that they're doing this intentionally, but, you know, that's my own personal opinion. Your other question about the left, I don't know how to answer that. I think that I can't really answer it too well. It's just my feelings that certain groups in the left have been infiltrated and they've been, it's hard to answer. I think that people are well-meaning, for example, supporters of certain liberation movements who don't get it on Syria. I think they've been led astray, but it's complex and I don't know the answer of how to unite people. I think the Hands Off Syria coalition .net, that's the website, is a good effort because it is bringing together various anti-imperialist, anti-war groups. But how to reach those other groups, I really can't say. It's a massive struggle and an important one.
You may have addressed this earlier, but was the